So good morning students. So in the last unit we have already seen what is the meaning of auditing, then qualities of auditor, characteristics of auditing, etc. etc. In this unit we are going to study the concept called internal control system and which carries 20 marks. So the syllabus which is included or the content which is included in unit 2 is as follows. The first one is meaning of internal control system and nature and objectives of internal control system. Then procedure for evaluation of internal control system. Then various methods for the purpose of evaluation of internal control system, which contains two methods. One is internal control questionnaire and second one is flowchart. So in internal control questionnaire, you need to study meaning, illustrations, merits and demerits of internal control questionnaire, as well as in the flowchart, meaning, illustration, merits and demerits. Then again in the next part you are going to study the meaning of a new concept called internal check and internal audit, which we have already covered in unit 1. So in internal check you are going to study the meaning, the objectives and merits and demerits. As well as in internal audit you are going to study meaning and its importance or significance. So this unit contains 20 marks and now I am going to start with the meaning of internal control system. Now, as per the definition given by American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, it says basically the internal control system is a plan. It's a plan of organization and all the coordinate methods and measures, all the methods what we use as well as the measures what we adopt within the business, so inside the business. So what is the reason behind these methods and measures? So first one is safeguard its assets, checks the accuracy and reliability of accounting data, promotes operational efficiency or day-to-day efficiency, and encourage adherence to preserved managerial policies. So basically internal control system is nothing but it's a plan of organization. Basically it contains all the methods or measures which is adopted within the business, inside the business, to safeguard its assets, to check the reliability and accuracy of accounting data, whether the data which has been produced has a relevance or accurate or not. Then promote operational efficiency, day-to-day efficiency of the business. And second and the last one is to encourage adherence to preserve managerial policies. So whether the policies which is framed by the management is followed or not will be checked by internal control system. Now as per the definition of internal control, so what is the meaning of internal control? Internal control can be defined as a system designed, introduced and maintained by the company's management and top level executives to provide a substantial degree of assurance in business objectives. Means you are going to promise for achieving the business objective while complying with the policies and laws, taking the policies and laws as well as safeguarding the assets, maintaining the efficiency and effectiveness in regular operations, day-to-day operations, and reliability of financial statements. It is similar to previous definition. This definition says internal control is nothing but It is an assurance given to the management for achieving its business objective. With the help of policies and laws, compulsorily you have to follow policies and laws to achieve business objectives. The next one is safeguarding the assets. Then maintaining efficiency and effectiveness in regular operation in day-to-day activities. And reliability of financial statement or reliability of financial data, what we have already covered in the previous definition. Internal control system includes, so what it includes? A set of rules, policies and procedures an organization implements to provide direction, increase efficiency and strengthen the adherence to the policies. So basically these are all things important for achieving the business objectives. Again the same definition given as the previous definitions. Okay. Next one is characteristics of a proper internal control system. Now what are the major characteristics of internal control system? So an effective internal control system includes organizational planning of business and adopts all work system and process to fulfill following targets. So what are the characteristics? So the first characteristics or first inclusion of internal control system is safeguarding business assets from stealing and wastage. Because in internal control system, day-to-day checkups will be there of all the assets. So indirectly there will be a safeguard of business assets from stealing and wastages. Next one is ensuring compliance with business policies and law of the land. Basically, internal control system also focuses on the policies, the laws which are there, okay, in that country. So basically it ensures that they are going to follow each and every law and business policies which are framed in that country. So internal control system ensures the compliance with the business policies. Next one, the third one is evaluating function of each employee. It is going to evaluate the function of each employee and officer to increase in operations. Basically, internal control system also focuses on each employee and they are going to suggest the measures to increase the performance of each employees as we have discussed in the definitions. Next one is ensuring the true and reliable operating data and financial statements. So it also ensures, internal control system also ensures the true and reliable operating data, true and fair data of financial statements. So basically we have to keep in mind a business organization, be it small or large, can enjoy the benefit of adopting internal control system. Whether the business is a small or medium size or large size, they have to compulsorily follow, or it depends that they follow the internal control system. Basically, the main reason behind following the internal control system is nothing but what we have discussed in the previous part. These four. Okay, whenever you are using internal control system in your business, you will get these four advantages, major advantages towards your business. So what is the objective? Basically, what is the objective of internal control system? The first objective, to ensure that the business transaction takes place as per the general and specific authorization of the management. Internal control systems always believes in the relationship between the superior and subordinate. Whether you have to take a small decision or a big decision, you have to ask to your supervisor. So basically it ensures the business transactions takes place as per the general and specific authorization. Without authorization, there will be no transaction take place in the business as per internal control system. So this is the main objective behind internal control system. Next one is to make sure that there is a sequential and systematic recording of every transaction. As per above fourth point concern, this fourth point, ensuring the true and reliable operating data in financial statement. Basically, this internal control system will focus on the systematic recording of every transaction. Without authorization, there will be no recording of the transaction. So basically, at the end of the day, each and every transaction will be systematically and sequentially recorded, which will provide a true and fair view. The next one is to provide security to the company's assets from unauthorized use. So basically, as our first point, what we have discussed here, safeguarding the business assets from stealing and misstatements, internal control system focuses on the security of company's assets. Basically, those who are authorized, only they can use the assets. Basically, those who are authorized, they can use the asset. So security guards, then anti-theft devices, that surveillance camera are the major part or major things which we are used to protect our assets, and these three comes under the internal control system. The next one is to compare the assets in the record with that existing one. So internal control system will help to compare the asset day to day, so every day at a regular interval with the existing one. So the valuation of asset will be done every day or regular intervals, might be week wise, month wise, quarterly wise, or 6 monthly or yearly. But the comparison of the asset will be done at a regular intervals in internal control system. So nobody can steal, nobody can use without authorization, etc., etc. Okay, so in case of any difference found in the existing value and the current value, then there will be a report given to the management or the authorities. The next one is to evaluate the system of accounting for complete authorization of each transaction. As I have told you earlier, internal control systems, it depends on, or it believes in the relationship between the superior and subordinate. So each and every transaction, subordinate has to authorize with the help of superior, and then only record the transaction systematically and sequentially. So it helps in the system of accounting for complete authorization. Next one is to review the work of the organization and the loopholes in the operations and takes necessary steps for its correction. Basically, in the business, day-to-day transactions are taking place. So there will be some sort of loopholes from which the person who is in charge may try to take the advantage of it. So basically, it helps, this internal control system helps to understand these loopholes and takes the corrective actions related to the loopholes. Next one is to ensure there is an optimum utilization of firm's resources, that are all 6 M's. So it helps in optimum utilization of all the resources. It will help us to understand how much man, material, machine, money, market we have used, whether we are exploiting it or under exploiting it, etc., etc. So basically it helps in optimum utilization of resources. The next one is to find out whether the financial statements are in aligned with the accounting concepts and principles. As we know, every organization or every business has to follow compulsorily all the concepts and principles which are framed by the accounting authorities. So in this internal control system, all the financial statements will be checked with the help of all accounting principles and concepts. So an ideal internal control system is one that ensures the best possible utilization of resources, and that too for intended use, and helps to mitigate the risk involved in concerning or the wastage of organization funds and other resources. So basically what is internal control system? It is nothing but the best internal control system is nothing but that will help to utilize the assets in the best possible manner, as well as it helps to reduce the risk in concern with the wastage of various funds and the resources of the organization. So basically the next part is internal control and auditor. Basically what internal control and auditor, what is the relationship between these two, internal control and auditor? An auditor should ensure that certain rules and procedures are followed by the business unit in working on, whether when he is working on, in spite of the fact that the sound system of internal control is the sole responsibility of the management. Whether the auditor who is appointed to do the audit by the management or any business, auditor has to compulsorily see whether the system of internal control is following certain rules and procedures which are followed by the businesses in the similar field. So auditor can simply guide or help the management if he is asked to do so. Only if management asks to help them regarding to understand all the rules and procedures, then only auditor can do so, because he has no authority to prescribe such rules and procedures. Auditor has no authority to frame the rules and procedures. The degree of reliance on the system depends upon the effectiveness of internal control system. The auditor should review and evaluate the internal control system of an organization to prepare his audit program. This audit program will be there in the next unit, the minimum audit program. The next one is a review of internal control system. Basically, auditor is going to review this internal control system, and what are the points he should review at the time of audit are mentioned below. So basically the internal control system should be revised or reviewed by the auditor before the star audit, it means before the final audit. And what are the points he needs to take into consideration? The first one is reviewing the system of accounting entries, whether recorded as per the accounting standards or not. Whether the system of accounting entries or recording of the accounting entries should be done as per the accounting standard or not. He has to review it. Next one is to frame the audit program according to the present circumstances. When he is going for the audit in any business, when auditor is going for the audit for any business, that time he has to prepare some sort of audit program. So how audit program, nothing but how he is going to conduct the audit and how he is going to finish the audit. This is called audit program. It's a schedule of audit. So he is going to frame it. Next one is fraud, errors and mistakes are likely to be located or not. Basically those frauds, errors and frauds, errors and mistakes which are there, can he locate or not? This is the third point. Next one is to review existence of internal audit program to check the efficiency of internal control system. He has to study, he has to review internal audit program or internal audit. to check the efficiency of internal control system. So the internal audit we have already seen in the last unit or previous unit. Okay, to review the reliability of a report, records and certificates as presented by the management. So the things what the management has given to review him, he has to review it, all the reports, all the records and certificates which are presented by the management to the auditor. The next one is to check if there is any possibility to improvement in existing internal control system. Remember that auditor cannot give order to the business. He is just an agent. So he can only give suggestions to improve the existing internal control system. He cannot do more than that. He can suggest. So these are the points the auditor has to keep in mind at a time of reviewing the internal control system. The next one is method for evaluating internal control system. So what are the methods for evaluating internal control system? Basically, I have sent you one PPT in Google Classroom. Please do refer it, and we will see all the methods in the next class. Okay, so till then, thank you so much for joining today's class. So thank you.